So I stopped in a Twice Daily on the way here, looking for a drink, and I asked the guy. Well, he said, "Hey, can I help you find anything?" And I was like, "Well, do you have Diet Right?" And he was like, "Do they even make that anymore?" Like, I remember back in the day, RC made the heck out of Diet Right. It was like their version of Coke Tab. And I was like, well, they still make it.
Yeah, because we just got 2 boxes this size, and they weighed about 80 pounds each, filled with Diet Right, that I had to take downstairs. So it definitely is still made, without a doubt. So thanks for checking. I'll tell my wife.
Well,
We're always trying to find it.
I wanted one.
Oh, that's a good point.
But I was like, okay, I can get it. Diet Right's hard to find.
Yeah.
But to just think it's not made anymore, like.
Yeah. It's interesting. If you haven't had Diet Right, you should try it. It's probably the strongest carbonation, I guess, of all the diet drinks, and it doesn't have aspartame, which is nice, so it shouldn't give you cancer.
Yeah.
Not that aspartame will, but you never know.
But, guys, welcome in. Thanks for being here.
Yes.
Let's
Listening
get this.
in on our little tangents.
Turn my Do Not Disturb on.
Oh yeah, me too.
This feels very live.
It does.
But it's not. This is our most carried in November.
Yes.
But before that, guys, hang on.
I'm Greg.
And I'm Josh. And make sure you click like, subscribe, ding the bell.
Ding the bell.
So you're notified every time we drop a new video with random conversation in it.
Yeah. Plus, I spent good money on that solid brass bell, so
Yeah.
please let my investment be worth something. All right. Well, why don't you kick us off?
Well, first and foremost, we always kind of give a little channel update.
Yeah.
And I think we got a pretty solid channel update this month.
Pretty excited.
Because it's quite a grind. For those of you that don't know, it's quite a grind to hit like your big goal on YouTube, like your first big one, which is monetization.
Yep.
You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in a rolling 365 days. It's a grind.
Yep.
But we hit it. We finally hit it. We knew we'd hit it eventually at some point.
Yeah. Thank you guys for that.
Yeah, it's all
really
thanks to you guys.
it. Yeah.
But I'll start us off. We want to go small to big or big to small.
Small to big. That's how we always roll.
Well, this was going to be my honorable mention because, I do carry it a lot, but I feel like I show it a lot on here. And that's this little GEC Northfield Stag Lockback, whatever it's called. And it's got some working patina.
Yeah. Not forced patina.
No, it's all real.
Yeah.
It's
real stag, not bone stag, which is nice.
And deep, too.
Yeah, smaller manufacturers like that can get enough stag to actually produce some real stags.
I love this knife. I carry it more than any of my traditionals.
Yeah,
when I carry traditional, it's almost always this knife.
It's such a good knife. One of the nice things about the GEC brand is it's like so many really nice things. You don't know how nice they are until you have them in hand. This is one of those products.
It needs an edge.
Well,
you just sharpened it, I know, but...
Well, it's 1095. It takes an edge quick. It has okay edge retention, but it's so easy to sharpen. And the patina that it takes, it looks like you've been eating like steak or something with it. But
I've eaten a lot of things with it.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. I love patina. Most of you guys do too. But yeah, this is a great knife. When you just hold one of these in hand, you can feel the fit and finish. And it works flawlessly.
Yeah, obviously we're fans of case knives, but this knife does not feel like a case knife.
Well, it's a lot higher end. It costs twice what an average case would cost, but you're talking about, the execution is there.
Yeah.
In the same breath. So, yeah, lovely, lovely knife. I'm gonna get some hate for mine, because
yours is stacked.
Yeah, it's a pretty heavy stack. So we'll start on the low end of my stack here. And
low end. Ain't none of it low end.
The low end of the stack. Stack's got to start somewhere. So we'll start at the bottom floor, and that's the Gentleman Jack by Medford. Just a sweet thing of beauty. I enjoy purple, very sort of royal color. Let me see if I can. We'll do B-roll, of course. But yeah, it's half stop,
It's just it's a very precise knife.
Walk and talk, So the Infinity,
Waterfall edge, I think is what they call
nail clip, whatever they call it. And the really, really cool piece is, made in the United States of America in cursive on the spine.
Isn't that like Constitution script?
Yes, exactly. So, and just, the titanium, they did this one, and it's all unique because it's individually flamed by hand. And so this one is...
It's a handsome
a
knife.
Purpley...
But see, like at this angle, like when you get a little tilt on it, you can see some bronze in there.
See the bronze, yeah. Because the bronze is the first color you get, then purple comes after when you flame titanium. So
it's neat.
S35 VN. It is hollow ground and a classic sort of drop point shape. Almost Sodbuster-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but a better belly, whereas a Sodbuster kind of has a sharper belly. This belly is easier to maintain.
So for those of you that don't know, or maybe this is your first most carried video, we tend to carry at least 3 knives. Sometimes when we do this, we have an honorable mention, which is what my GEC was. But we carry 3 knives usually. We have like an EDC type knife. We have some sort of slip joint or traditional knife, and a tactical knife. And what that does is that allows us to be able to hand a knife to somebody if they need something to cut. That allows us something heavy duty if we really need to get in and cut something. And of course, it allows some personal defense.
Probably not going to hand that one to me.
No, I wouldn't either.
Probably not.
And the cool thing, I was looking, because I first time I handled that knife, or a Gentleman Jack, was at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and that's when I was just like blown away. Like it was, they had just kind of rolled out. It feels weird to say that you're going to spend, upwards the high end to 300 to 500 on a slip joint, but once you hold it, you really can appreciate it. And Grommets, our friends at Grommets Leather, actually makes a specific sheath for the Gentleman Jack now.
Oh, he does?
Yep, I saw it on his website. It's literally a leather sheath for Gentleman Jack.
I'll be doggone. I'm probably gonna have to go and work something out with them.
It's
You think we can give them some stickers? Probably.
We already gave him some stickers.
Some more stickers?
It's a cool knife, and Medford gets a lot of hate, which is fine because they don't care. But this knife is a beautiful knife, and to hate on this knife, you're just not a knife guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a great knife. Perfectly executed. It's beautiful. They make their own hardware as well. It's just a neat setup.
It feels quality.
And it really does. Yeah, it does feel quality in hand. I enjoy it.
It's way more quality than I would expect from a slip joint.
Yep.
Well, my next one is this Murdered Out ProTech Malibu, which is highly fidgety.
What a knife. What a knife.
Very sterile. It's a CPM 20CV blade. You get just a little bit of branding there on the spine of the knife, which I love that placement.
That is great placement.
Super fidgety.
Button lock is so fun because it has no resistance once you depress the button.
And honestly, when I got it, it was a lot smaller than I expected it to be.
Me too. I thought it was going to be kind of like the size of their automatic, but it's actually not. It's more of an EDC size shape.
Which I appreciate because it's not intrusive. It's easy to pull out. And it's this, they call it a reverse Tonto, kind of a Warncliffe.
Yes.
Really cool blade shape.
Got a little bit of belly too.
Yeah, it does. It's
not just totally straight.
It's a fun knife, and of course it's the perfect color. Jeez, I can't talk tonight. It's the perfect color combination for me.
Yeah, it is. Oh, that is so cool how it says ProTech right there.
It's real subtle.
Yeah.
And it is 20 CV, but I think it's the sharpest ProTech I've ever felt out of the box.
Oh, I haven't touched this one yet. Have I?
No. It's sharper than most.
Yeah, it's not bad.
For ProTech, it's sharp. That's ProTech.
I know it's like we love ProTech, but it's not always the sharpest knife out of the box.
That one's the sharpest one I've had from them.
That's good.
Not as sharp as I would prefer, but sharper than
certainly
most of the other
acceptable.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that Malibu is
out
of this world.
If you
when you get one,
yeah,
it feels like that that solid ProTech, perfect execution.
I just glanced over the screen. I'm sitting here
flip
flipping it, and you can't even see it over my shirt.
Oh, you can't. There you go. Josh's problem. Always wears black. It's the Johnny Cash of the knife world. All right. So that represents your EDC.
This well
ish knife, because it's not really the tactical.
Yeah, I don't really have. I didn't really go by the rules this time. I guess they're all EDC really. EDC and a traditional. Yeah. I guess one could be tactical, but
yeah,
they all could be tactical.
Right. So it takes me to my EDC, which is the bad boy Praetorian G with the Coyote G10. You know, I wanted Coyote. Look, and it's a brief story, but a guy at church shows me his SIG that he traded a guy for, and it was in Coyote, and his holster was in Coyote, and I was like, I want something in Coyote. So that I did. I got something in Coyote. And what's really neat about this knife, other than its epicness, and it keeps getting called a shovel. What else has it been called online? It's been called an anchor. It's been called a wheel chalk to put under the tire of your car. And I appreciate you haters and your engagement. And that's the nice thing about this, is that we get good engagement out of stuff like this. But look how thin it is. And as we do B-roll, just pay attention to the thinness of this. It's very thin. It's not super heavy.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. It's like when people say that, I'm like, well, you clearly haven't held one.
Because... So let's compare it to the Malibu real quick. So yeah, I mean, it's 8 ounces, but you'd think it'd be heavier when you consider the size difference. I mean, it's just massive. One of the amazing things about Medford knives, they come sharp, and people say they're not sharp. Yeah, that is not true.
They also carve turkeys in menu knives.
Indeed. And so if you haven't been to our Instagram, or did we have it? Maybe not. Didn't. I don't think we put it up on YouTube.
It's not up on YouTube.
Okay,
no.
But you go to our Instagram. We were actually fortunate enough. I used this knife to carve my turkey that my wife slaved over, which was delicious. Kudos to her. And we cut it up with this bad boy here, and we were honored to earn the M48 giveaway contest. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was super cool.
Yeah, really excited about that. Love that Medford does stuff like that. Really engages with the community and gives you a chance to.
There's a sharp edge on the table.
Oh, there you go. Use some brass, knock it down. One of the nice things about this is the way that they flame the hardware to give it that Coyote-esque look to the hardware.
It complements it so well.
Complements it so well. The grind lines are epic, and I don't want to spend all night, but it's a pretty special knife. When you get one of these, you're going to be like, wow, this is far more utilitarian than I thought.
Well, okay, so let me give my perspective on it, because I had never held one ever. I've held Fighter Flipper. I've held other Medfords like at SMKW when we stroll through there. I'd never held one of these. You show it to me, and I'm like, first thing I said was, wow, it is not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. It's not. It's a big knife, but it's not a big knife. And
it's 8 ounces, you know, which isn't light, but for the size knife you get, and that big old that's a big old slab of titanium.
Yeah, well, and gosh,
a Malibu is less than half the size.
It's not a thick blade though,
and it weighs about 3.5 ounces.
It's a narrow profile.
Yeah,
or not profile. Profile's the side, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, some guys complain that you can't carry a knife like that in your gym shorts, and I'll tell you this, that
this is thicker.
Yeah, it is. The Hoback is definitely thicker. I definitely have no problem carrying that in my gym shorts. The profile is not an issue. The weight doesn't bother me. You know, maybe we're not built the same, but that's what I do.
Do you weigh this one?
The Hoback is 6 ounces. We're totally skipping around. The Proxima weighs the same, 8 ounces. So, you know, look, it's a novelty. There's a place for the lightweight stuff, and we have lots of lightweight, perfectly balanced knives.
Yeah,
and we appreciate those as well. There's a place for the big, chunky, over the top. This is American. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not ashamed to carry a Medford.
It's the 1970 Cadillac DeVille is what it is of knives, and
this one is the leader. Only one can be the leader. Cadillac 74. More than ever, America's #1 luxury car.
You get just a tremendous blade.
What an analogy. It's true.
It is.
And they can be as gaudy as you want them.
Yep. Yeah, this one's pretty subtle, right?
Yeah.
Probably a budget version, but it's a great knife.
I don't think any Medford's a budget version.
Yeah, well, I enjoy it. And the grind lines are great. And one of the cool things about this is it has two grinds. It has a flat grind on the Tonto tip, and on the straight, it actually is a hollow grind. So it's pretty neat.
Well, that's what's crazy.
Catches light differently.
Again, like when people are like, "Oh, it's wheel chalk or whatever," it's like that knife is so slicey.
Oh yeah.
It's not a dull knife. It's very sharp.
Oh, no doubt about that.
Yeah, it's.
So.
I watched it carve a turkey.
Yep.
Well, that brings me to my EDC, I guess, if you want to call it that. It's also another Medford. Proxima.
That's very tactical. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, granted, it's not going to tip the scales as the ultimate tactical, but it is a very tactical knife. Your finger's not going up on that.
No, I guess I should have ran it as my tactical. This is my tactical knife.
It really is.
I just use it as an EDC knife, though.
Yeah. Let me open that envelope for you.
Yeah, let me get that envelope for you, ma'am.
Yeah. Oh, my daughter got a splinter.
Yeah. But this is, I guess it was probably my first, Medford.
Yes, because the 75 AR was kind of the standard for a minute. And oh, man, it's so butter. You got to
earn it.
You got to earn it a little bit. This one, they're so big that they're going to be a little stiff out of the box. They just are. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's intentional.
Once they get that flies open. Just a little bit broken in. Just a little bit.
Like Greg said in his video, not you, Greg, but Greg Medford. It's intentional why they're that way.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Because you break them in and they last.
Yep. Yep, and it came sharp from the factory. And that is a big, thick, chunky blade. I wonder what people would do if we brought in like a caliper and started measuring. I have a caliper at home.
Yeah.
I should really just bring it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just be measuring thicknesses. We're really not that channel.
No, we're not.
I think that we run the specs, the rough specs, when we do the reviews of things, but it's stuff you can find online. Google the absolute thickness of this stuff if you want. Really, this is more about the experience of the knife.
It is, and there's those knife guys in the community that are all hard up on the specs. And hey, if that's what you like, that's what you like. But that's not us. We're the average knife guy.
Yeah, just want to. Nobody took that comment seriously, but I will say
the average knife guy.
Yeah, it's a joke. So, all right, let's move on. I'm next. Am I okay? Great. So
great.
So another purple knife, another king of knives. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you actually bought that one live on our stream with our friends at EDC Specialties.
Big shout out to EDC Specialties. Really look forward to partnering with them on different projects and videos. Just a cool group of guys up there, and did a live with them. This is an incredible knife. It's the Nosferatu Auto. And they also have a flipper, which the flipper is epic. If you want a sheep's foot, I really wanted the dagger style blade.
That's the sheep's foot's got some holes in it.
It
does. Pretty neat.
Yeah, it has some really cool designs. The grind.
But so does this one.
It has the false edge on the top, which is very dramatic. It also has grind lines, hollow grind. It's titanium slabs, not aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
Custom hardware. They did flame the pocket clip on this one. So you're talking about a knife that just, does it for me in every way. It's my tactical. I wanted a Medford that was really a tactical knife, and this one this is the only one I have that really fills that bill.
Yeah, and I will tell you the auto function on this is way different than
the Swift.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, I might have the Swift.
It's got a safety on there, which is nice. And all your Medfords here on the table are S35, correct? Yeah, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, they are.
Yep, as is the Proxima here. It's got that cool flamed pocket clip. I don't know if you... Obviously, we'll catch it in some footage, but pretty neat. And Greg flamed these beads himself.
I did. I was working on that today.
Pretty nifty.
I was working on that today, and I was trying to get kind of some gold and purple and blue, which on titanium is kind of easy to do. And I got quite a bit of purple on one of them, and the other one kind of turned more of the gold and the blue.
Yeah, but it fits that pocket clip.
But the pocket clip allowed me to get more colors.
Yeah.
You know what that pocket clip looks like? It looks like one of those, what were they, hand puppet characters that had the big mouth?
Oh, I was just thinking that.
That thing!
From the Muppets?
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what that looks like. I hope I didn't ruin this knife for anyone. But the knife is too epic to be ruined.
It's
by
so
a
menacing.
silly
It has a
play.
menacing name. And Greg's like, it looks like a puppet on the back.
Yeah, it does. It has that Muppet face on there. But yeah, everything about it is good. The pocket clip is awesome.
Just a Medford pocket.
This is neat because it's not a flame titanium finish.
Right.
This is the electrolysis style finish, which gives it a very hard, grippy texture. Because it actually has
matte. It's pretty cool.
Matte, yeah, it's a matte texture. So yeah, really enjoy that. Nice function, really fast. So there you go. So that's it for me. That is mine.
My EDC is
technically.
this Jake Hoback Knives Kwaiback UHEP, which stands for Ultra High End Production, that I scored on eBay.
Fire.
The guy that I bought it from said it was safe kept. He added all the little extras like the cool pocket clip and this back spacer, and it's just got that Terminator, that Kwaiback Tonto.
Yes.
Just really cool. 20 CV, thick, meaty,
It is
full hand.
It was bigger. That one came bigger than we thought.
Yeah, it did.
Kind of like the 75 AR.
It did.
We didn't know, because you can read specs, but until you handle it, it's hard.
Yeah.
Right, to figure that out. But that is a big knife.
It's just got some cool edges and features.
It does. I love all the milling on it. He just did a great job. The finish with the stone wash.
It's going to be
so
really,
epic.
really challenging is whenever we do one of our live streams, which if you've watched it this far, we should have said it at the beginning, but we're going to do some live streams, get one scheduled soon now that we're monetized. Got some big plans, Patreon, things like that. It's going to be a good time. But one of our ideas is to take every single knife we have in the clip point collection between us and narrow it down to one. That's going to be crazy.
That is going to be good.
That's a lot of knives.
So this has the adjustable
Yeah,
detent.
yeah, it does.
Every manufacturer, pay attention. Put an adjustable detent on your knife. How cool would that be?
That's a super cool feature.
It is a very cool feature.
He's got some cool features in his knives. He's got his own kind of
that just
pivot.
goes clunk.
It's neat.
It's just a perfectly wow. It feels pretty dang sharp.
It is pretty sharp
Yeah.
because it fell out of my lap and ate some concrete.
Oh, that's right. I sharpened it.
Yeah.
I sharpened so many knives I don't even remember.
See, that's the problem when you carry nice knives is, you get excited to use them.
She ate concrete, but I brought it back. It was fine.
Yeah, you did. You did a good job.
Yeah, she fed a little bit on ground, but we're good.
Yep. Hurts
Beautiful.
concrete.
Yes.
But-
Glad
Yeah.
I'm surprised it didn't make it all the way to China. It must not have gone tip down.
Well, guys, as always, let us know what you carried in the month of November. What'd you cut your turkey with? What'd you have in your pocket when you were arguing with your family members about politics? Let us know. Let us know in the comments below.
Yep, love to hear from you guys.
Yep. And as always,
Stay sharp.
stay sharp. See you on the next one.